Yeah, today I want to discuss something with you. And the thing that we're discussing is about the sudden boom, if I can call it a sudden boom in talks of health, talks of fitness, talks of diets and exercise, all of these things. There's like a rise in the discussions, all right? So I just wanted to explain it a little bit to get more understanding so that as we move forward, we're able to be on the same page, all right? Now, how do I explain this sudden boom? How do I explain this? Because it appears everywhere you go, you find somebody, I'm on a diet. Everywhere you go, I've started exercise. Everywhere you go, find people walking, jogging, and all of that. This was not the case if you go back in time, all right? Decades ago, in the 1960s, in the 1980s, the talk was not exercise, the talk was not diet. Those things were there. Yes, they were there, but not as much as we are talking about them today. So, what is it? So, I'll tell you and I'll break it down in a short period of time, okay? So, it's just a matter of time. So, I can summarize it in 4 letters. T-I-M-E, time, all right? 1, the times that we are living versus the times that they were living, all right? Let's bring it down like this. Food, all right? The food that you're eating nowadays, very different from the foods that our friends used to eat. They used to eat healthy, organic stuff, fruits all over the place. They used to eat all of that. Nowadays, in this time, the food that we are eating, chemical, this modified, that added, this preservative, this and that, you see? We are eating inorganic food more than the organic food that they used to eat in that time. Air, the air that we breathe, very much polluted than the air back then. We are breathing, the carbon dioxide and all of that, whatever, the carbon monoxide, whatever has polluted the air, we are breathing in that. Back then, they didn't have all of that. They had less cars that were emitting these gases. They had less machineries that were doing all these things. So as much as we are trying to contain it, but we cannot compare it with back then. They used to breathe better air back then, okay? Let's go one more. Activities. The activities that we do now, this time, very different from the activities that they used back then. So let's take a regular day for a regular person in this time versus in that time, right? So in that time, one wakes up, walks to work, comes back, goes to work, they're working in a factory or they're working somewhere, they're doing some manual work, they're doing all of that and all of that, they're walking back home, they come, they're chatting with their families, they're doing all of that, Now, you wake up, you're on a bus to work. You wake up, you're driving to work. You wake up, so you have eliminated all the exercise concerned with walking and whatnot. All right? You come back home, you're on your phone. Even at work, you're on your laptop. All right? You're on your laptop. On your tea break, you're on your cell phone. So that's how we spend our time. So as they spent their time being more active physically, we spend more time less active. Nowadays, you can be in your room for 2 days as long as you have your phone or your laptop and your internet connection. You can stay 2 days, 1 week in a room without bothering. Back then, they didn't have all of this. For a life, they needed to go out there, hang out with friends, go for a walk. Nowadays, somebody even with their loved ones, they can spend a whole day chatting on the phone. Back then, you want to chat with your loved one, you take a walk in the park. Take a walk, you go somewhere. So physical exercise that happened in that time. In this time, we have reduced it maybe with 70%. You see? So look at this. At that time, they had good food. They had exercise naturally. Nowadays, we have bad food and we have eliminated exercise. Where does that leave us? You see? So that is why you find that somebody would say, but my grandfather, he used to be 90, he was working. Yes, he was eating good food, he was exercising. Even the water he was drinking, very clean. Nowadays, 50 years old, you want to start working with a stick. The times. It's the times. So when we are here now and we are talking about issues of exercise, we are talking about gym, diet. These are not luxuries. Nowadays they are not. Back then, to go to the gym, it was for people that were building their bodybuilders, right? They want to go, they want to do a six-pack, all that. Nowadays, the gym is essential. It's essential. I'm a trainer, you know. Most of the people that come to the gym have been recommended by the doctors. Says you need to start exercise. You need to lose some weight. You need to be on this diet. Back then, they were already on a good diet by default. They were already on a good exercise plan by default. So those things have changed. And we have to change with the times. We have to accept the times that we are living. We have to accept the times that we are living. So that's why we are here. And that's why we are discussing these things. So when somebody talks about the gym nowadays, no. It's not a luxury. It is essential. It is life or death. Where you are, you know, maybe 2 people with BP. In the minimum, it might even be you, the one watching. Alright? So it's very common. It is very common nowadays to the point whereby you cannot find somebody who doesn't know somebody with BP. I can challenge you that. But back then, people didn't even know BP. Some people would be, but nowadays even a kid will tell you about BP. It's very common. And those issues are associated with lack of exercise, a poor diet. So that's why nowadays we talk about them as a necessity, not as a luxury. So that's one of the reasons we have this channel. And that's why we would like to explore more, talk more about that in order to deal away with such things. Thank you. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment in the comment box, like this video, and share with everybody you care about. They also need to learn these things. It's Mr. Weaver here, your favorite trainer.